In 2025, being a developer is nothing like it used to be. In fact, it's a complete mess. Let's take a look at the life of the modern developer and why it's just not what everyone makes it out to be. It all begins with the tools. There was a time when a developer could just pick up a solid text editor and a couple of frameworks. But not in 2025. Now there are dozens of frameworks, each promising to save precious time. But as soon as you start, you realize those promises were a joke. You spend hours just trying to figure out which tool is right for the job. And on top of that, there are always so many tabs open, each with its own outdated documentation that never quite matches up with the version you're using. Then there's the AI. Oh yes, developers in 2025 get to work alongside AI, which sounds amazing in theory. But in practice, not so much. The AI insists on helping, but it's more of a hindrance than anything. Sure, it can write code, but it's like working with an overly confident intern who always thinks they know better. And don't get started on the bugs it introduces. AI might get the code mostly right, but just try to fix that last 10%. That's where things go horribly wrong. Speaking of fixing things, debugging in 2025 is an art. You could spend hours, days even, hunting down that one elusive bug. You check the code again, stare blankly at the screen, and then it hits you. The issue? It's in the README file. A typo. A single, tiny, stupid typo. Of course, after you've spent hours feeling like a failure for missing something so simple. And let's not forget the so-called flexible hours. A developer in 2025 is supposed to have the luxury of working whenever they want, right? But what that actually means is being on call at any hour of the day or night. 2 a.m. Sure, they're up fixing a production issue. It's all about the work-life balance though, right? You can technically work from anywhere, as long as that anywhere is in front of your computer, always at the ready. The tech stack in 2025? It's never ending. Once you could get by knowing just JavaScript, but now you have to be an expert in everything. Web3, blockchain, machine learning, AI, quantum computing, there's always something new. And if you don't stay ahead, you might as well be using stone tools. It's exhausting just trying to keep up, especially when you're just trying to build a simple app. Of course, the pressure to stay on top of things doesn't stop at the code. Social media is full of developers posting about their disruptive projects and cutting-edge technologies. You scroll through LinkedIn or Twitter, and there they are. Shiny projects, all perfectly polished with fancy buzzwords like agile and innovation. Meanwhile, you're just trying to figure out why your code won't even compile. It's a constant reminder that you're not doing enough. So yeah, being a developer in 2025 sounds great, right? Full of cutting-edge tools, constant innovation, and endless opportunities. But in reality, it's a chaotic whirlwind of stress, confusion, and constantly feeling like you're barely keeping your head above water. But hey, at least it's never boring. At least there's that. If anyone still thinks this is the dream job, well, they haven't been paying attention. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow will be the day the whole tech world finally makes sense. Or not.